Coucou puces, hello my loves, Marhaba habibetey. I have a chatty video today and I'm doing it barefaced because I'm feeling vulnerable and I kind of want to feel vulnerable. Sometimes when I film these videos I feel vulnerable and I put on a face of makeup because I feel like I need kind of my shields up. But today I was just kind of, my heart felt really open and I wanted to run with it and I just wanted to just be. So the topic of today's kind of chatty video is about letting go, and I've had a moment this morning on the way to the gym. I've just been carrying a lot of stuff, and this morning on the way to the gym, my gut of like living in this stress, like my heart feeling stressed and tired and overwhelmed, kept getting pushed aside by my heart wanting to be just still and at peace. And it was weird. I kept going, I'm so just like happy, and I'm like, but why are you not stressed? Because I'm not. Like, it was this weird moment where I realized that I was kind of starting to let go, and in so finding just a lot more peace and like levity of heart and that kind of thing. So I think while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say and trying to synthesize what I was feeling, I started thinking about how I have trouble letting go of emotions and situations. While like I call my makeup like nobody's business, like I keep a very minimalist approach, very minimalist in relation to the space that we're on and the kind of obsession we have with makeup. I cull really quickly, right? And I, even with my clothes and my stuff, like I just cull. I can't have a lot of clutter. But when it comes to emotions, I just hold on so tight. And part of that I think is actually useful, because if a certain situation is weighing on your heart and your mind and you just kind of dismiss it or you push it to the back, you don't give yourself enough of a chance to heal and process it, but you also don't give yourself enough of a chance. I'm not like preaching, I'm just like in general, what I found out of my experience, I don't give myself enough of a chance, there we go, it's a better language choice, to learn from that experience. So part of the spiraling or the holding on to emotion that I do is actually useful, because it makes me realize, okay, well, XYZ happened and you dealt with it in this way, and how do you feel about that, and how do you feel about the outcome, and so on and so forth. And that's useful because it teaches me how I want to grow, or things that work for me or things that don't. In a lot of situations, it also gives me the ability to think. I'm a very cerebral person, so it lets me process things in a way that helps me heal from them and move on from them and just feel healthier and happier in the long run, right? But there comes a point where constantly holding on to things is actually more damaging than it is helpful, where it's kind of just like gnawing at you and draining your energy and making you sad and pulled down to kind of this very negative space, and it doesn't serve me well. So I was having trouble figuring out how to let go. And you know, sometimes when people constantly give you advice, but then it takes a moment of self-realization or a further conversation or something someone says or does, and you finally have that light bulb moment. So 2 days ago, I was having a conversation like at a networking thing with someone, and we were talking about stress and how stress kind of got me to a very bad place health-wise and all that kind of stuff. And the lady turns to me and goes, so you have to make a conscious decision to just stop, to just not anymore, to not be stressed all the time, to just let it go. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I went on with my day. And everything in that conversation, anytime I get into like a networking type situation and I think about the future and things I have to do and all the uncertainty and all the, you know, steps, I start seeing red and I start feeling like I do this, because you know what I mean? You feel like you're sinking, like you're slowly like just getting submerged further underwater. And where was I going with this? Yeah, I had all the potential for it to do that. But as I got in the car and I drove away, I was just like totally zen, because I had a moment where I was like, I do just need to let it go. It has to be a conscious decision to just stop, to just move forward. And that doesn't mean that I don't have my moments where I feel insecure, where I feel stressed out, where I feel overwhelmed. But in those moments, in the last, you know, couple of days, it's been, my heart's like, we decided we're going to move forward and we can do anything we put our minds to. Look what you just did with the marathon, with the goals, with all the kinds of stuff, right? we can do this. And so it kind of becomes a conscious choice where you go, I'm going to just be done. I'm going to be done holding on to things. I'm going to be done with the spiraling. And if we have a relapse, it's kind of like healthy eating or whatever it is, right? You make a commitment to work at it and you hope that 80-90% of the time you're doing great, even 70% of the time, and then you have slip-ups once in a while. And I think it's important to forgive yourself. Just like I can beat myself up about, or in the past I could beat myself up about, you know, being on a diet and then having a cheat meal, like not on purpose or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you know, falling off the wagon and then getting into a negative spiral. I've kind of learned to stop that with the eating, right? It's like allowing yourself, well, I really wanted that pizza and it's better than I had a couple slices now and enjoyed it and enjoyed the experience than it was for me to continue depriving myself. So the same thing with the emotions. I'll feel a negative emotion creep in, or I'll want to spiral or be angry or be upset about something. I'll let that thought come to the surface. I'll, you know, acknowledge it and then be like, but we're going to let it go. So it's not a perfect practice. We all kind of fall back and forth, but I think we are stronger than we give ourselves credit for, and we can decide that we're done letting things, emotions, situations control us. We can just be done and we can just let go. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this will resonate with anyone. Let me know if you've had any of these kinds of thoughts or moments. I hope this speaks to any of you going through things. I hope this can even be one of those moments, because I have accumulated a lot of moments where, like, there are specific conversations I've had with people who have been telling me kind of similar things, but it took me to get to the aha moment. So even if you listen to this and you aren't in a place where you're ready to get there, maybe it's one of the, you know, the memories or the thoughts in your thought bank that when you get to your aha moment, it will help to get there. I don't know. Anyways, I've rambled on sufficiently, but I just wanted to come out and talk to you guys about this topic today. Let's have a whole conversation down below in the comments. That's one of my favorite parts. So 3 points of positivity and I'll be done. My first is, like I told you guys, I love reading the comments on these videos, so I'm like already excited to read them. My second is just feeling that lightness and that levity in my heart today. It's a blessing on those days where just things aren't perfect, but things feel at peace. I love those days. And then my third point of positivity is hanging out with you guys today. It's brightening my morning for sure, and it's making me super happy. So that is it for me today. As long as you let me know it's making you guys smile, I will talk to you soon. But before I leave you, as always, let me remind you that life is just way too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.